Welcome back. Now, Kenya has made huge strides in women's football since the country made her Africa Women's Cup of Nations debut in 2016. Despite missing out on qualification, Harambee Starlets head coach David Ouma spoke to CGTN's Mohamed Abubakar on the impact the annulment of the 2020 finals will have on women's football in Africa.
Let's begin with what you feel about the cancellation of the 2020 AWCON, and do you think that was the right thing to do?
Yeah, I think on my situation, of course, to judge the situation that the Confederation of Africa Football had to cancel the Africa Women Cup of Nations of 2020. The main objective, of course, was due to the coronavirus that now was declared as a pandemic. And you know, sports advocates for different issues in society. For example, it's football for health, and of course, it's also football for the environment. So, these are elements that the football does in the society. So for me, I think because it's the core basis of our society, then to consider the healthy measures of all our football players across the continent was an essential thing on one aspect of it. It's the right situation to cancel the tournament in 2020, but of course, because you know the women football in Africa has developed tremendously based on the participation of African teams in the World Cup that was held in France. My perception was, for example, we can cancel in 2020, but of course we try to find the possibility to bring it back as quick as possible. You never know, even in 2021, just like all the other competitions have been done.
Now, David, you managed to take the Starlets to the Africa Women Cup of Nations in 2016 in Cameroon. How do you feel this competition is important in the development of the women's game in Africa?
Yeah, I think the most essential thing for me, I want to congratulate my member association, the Football Kenya Federation, through its presidency, because you know in 2016 we had a new dispensation, and at this moment, we are having a very good run for the women football in Kenya particularly. And for me, I think each country or each member association, if they can have this kind of leadership within their countries, then I think the development of women football in Africa will be tremendous. Because we have, like our country, Kenya, we had raw talents that were playing against established teams in Africa, name them Nigeria, we had Algeria, we had Ghana. So that has been the catalyst for us to do it. If I get into my example, through AWCON that we participated in 2016, currently we have 6 professional players. So it already tells you the impact of playing these tournaments within nations.
Now, David, before we let you go, what do you think East African teams need to do to be able to compete with those women teams in West Africa, Southern Africa, and even Northern Africa?
Yeah, I think for us, we are bridging the gap. This is something very important for us. The most essential thing is to try to have all the national team, like now what we are doing here in our country. If I use the example, we currently have the under-17 national team, we have the under-20 national team, we have the senior women national team. So we have these 3 clusters. But also through the AMS, this is where they put the entries for the national teams. So I think a good cooperation between the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Sports, and the member associations has to work hand in hand so that we can increase the membership of the women, the girl child who would like to pursue football as their careers. Because in East Africa, due to the cultural issues, you find that not so many players are playing the game. But in East Africa region, if we can revisit this kind of a situation and try to bring the game closer to the girl child and try to protect them and to give a safer environment for them to come out and play, I believe that we can always do better in East Africa region.